Hello, everybody. This is, of course, is me doing my thing with you. And today it's all about talking about learning and getting knowledge for the people that's been on this earth way longer than you. This is the day. And I got things to say because I'm going to tell you, my grandfather has taught me stuff and my great grandmother has taught me things. And it helped me so much. So before we get started on it, of course, I need you to subscribe. Hit that bell button, and of course I need you to thumbs it up, comment below, and share that video. Okay, so the reason I came up with this is because my grandfather is not doing well, but I'm just so happy about all the stuff that I learned from him. I'm sorry, I'm looking down because my thing keeps falling towards me. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so he wrote a book, and I was supposed to make it into another book form, but I didn't know how to do it. But now that I got the knowledge, I'm going to do it. And of course, it seems like to me it's too late because he's so sick, but I love him so much. So he has 3 books, which is called Final Wisdom. This is the CELE, which stands for Constructive Employable Living Fundamentals, which is really good. And then, of course, the dynamics of successful results in personal conduct. And it's an evaluation that you do with yourself on here as well to see where you are at. Now, the reason I was saying this is because one thing about my grandfather that I love so much is how, like, sometimes when we would go out to eat, he never used a debit card or a credit card. And he's always had money because you got to understand, in Portland, we don't really have a lot of black stuff. So way back in the day, him and a friend of his, they were partners in on the black-owned bank here in Oregon. So that was good. Now, it's no longer here, but they did. And so my grandfather has always been successful. And so when we would go out to eat, he would literally have waitresses fighting over his table because, one, he's a good tipper, he's a complimenter, he just everything. Because he has this thing is you can change people's attitude by the way you are and who you are. And he says it totally different, but one thing I've always remembered, my mom always said, your grandfather, I'll tell you right now, Dad, and she'll call him Dad because it's her dad, he can be the only person at a Ku Klux Klan meeting. And not that he changes himself and go against his own race or anything, nothing like that at all. It's because his outlook is totally different than anything else. His outlook is beyond what we see. And it's really how we should live our lives. Like, I know the world is full of negativity and everything, but you should always try to find a positive in it. And my grandfather always finds the positive in everything. So the reason I wanted to do this is because in life, really, it's so much of a positive. It's so much negative that we need to really bring in some positive. And it doesn't mean it's going to change a lot, but at least everything around you can change by your action, by how you behave, by the things you do. And I see people all the time, and you know how you see these reality shows and stuff, and I'm like, they're just so evil, and it makes me mad because I'm like, just be nice. Or like, I was watching a rap game, and I'm old on it because, you know, it's been out for a while. So, you know, I'll be wanting to write, stop looking ignorant. Why are you guys mad at each other? Why is this? A competition doesn't mean I got to get mad at you, or I got to hate you, or I got to do this. It doesn't mean that. It just means we're competitive because we want we want to win the prize. That's what it is. I just want to win the prize. And that's all it is you want to win the prize. Like, I don't know how else to say it, you guys. But so my thing is he has like the Final Wisdom. I love it. So I'm not going to read all of this to you, but I do want to give you like stuff just to remember. So I'm just going to give you, I really, it's hard because I really want to just give you all 21, but I'm going to just try to do 2 right now because I think this is stuff that we can remember, and maybe another time I'll just pop it out, another wisdom for you, okay? So I'm not going to do all that right now. I just wanted to give you a short video of this so you can understand, okay? So it goes, remember to think before speaking. Sometimes we speak before we think, and it just does not end right, and we don't understand why people don't understand us, or people take what we're saying the wrong way when it's not that serious. Remember to think before doing. Have you ever just thought about that? Before you do anything, think about it. I was just telling my sister today, I said, do you know why I always tell people no first? I said, because I don't know how I'm going to feel about something. So I'd rather say no, think about it. And then if I feel like a yes, I'll call you back and say yes. But a lot of people get mad because I say no first. But it's like, I'm a woman of my word, so I have to keep that. Because I have grown up so long not being a woman of my word on so many different areas that I realize now being my age that it's important to be a woman of your word. But how would you learn to be a woman of your word or a man of your word if you don't really talk to the people that were here before us, like your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents? Because some of us had some kids young, so they got the great-great-grandparents and then the great-great-great-grandparents. They got wisdom and knowledge because they've been here before. And you could go, that was back in the day, but it's just, the days are just recycled. The years is just recycled. Just things are now might be a little worse, so you need to really take consideration of what you need to do. Because I always tell my kids, treat people the way you want to be treated, not the way they treat you. Now, it's easy to come out my mouth, but it's just as hard for me to do it as it is for my kids to do it. Simple. So you need to take knowledge. If you have anybody that you can get knowledge from, do it. You can go to old folks home. So say you don't have no grandparents and you just don't know anybody. Go to old folks home and talk to them. They're bored. They don't get a lot of visitors. And go to ones that don't get a lot of visitors, and then they can tell you all about it. When I took my kids to go to nursing, it wasn't a nursing home. It was like you know how like kids have sun school afterwards or community centers? It was kind of like that for old people, really, that are really old. And they would go and do arts and craft with the kids and plant stuff. And, the kids got to do a lot of stuff. But it was the knowledge and the information that they told them. Things because nobody's listening to them. And they want to share it. And I felt bad because I didn't do my dad's book. I call my grandfather Dad. My dad's book, because now it's like, now I'm going to do his book, and he might be here, he might not. I would love for him to be here, so I'm going to have to work on it really fast and put it together. And so I got to work on my computer because my computer stopped me from doing a lot of stuff. I did not know, y'all did not tell me that Microsoft Word, you had to sign into it. I just used to get on Word and type. Now, like, they want me to sign into stuff. I'm like, I ain't never had this. It's so weird. This is what I'm saying. Everybody want money. Everybody want money. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you get the motion of this? Like, wisdom and knowledge is important. And I know you guys probably want to hear more from this final wisdom because there is some good stuff in here. I'm going to do one more for you because I love you. Remember to give the other person the benefit of the doubt, especially when strong feelings are involved. If you do that, you almost ended a lot of arguments. Think about it. You can end some arguments. Dang it. Use that one. I'm going to have to read that one again because I don't know if you got it. Remember to give the other person the benefit of the doubt, especially when strong feelings are involved. Sit on that. Think about it. Rest on that. So to my grandfather, Tom Booth, I love him. He has done amazing things. And like I say, he's such a positive person that people don't even bother him. Like, I remember my mom telling me the story, I was younger, that because he used to fly the helicopter, and I only knew that because when my family would come once a year in New York, from when my grandmother, before she passed away, every year we get this helicopter ride around Aurora and in the helicopter. So one day he took his helicopter and landed on Alberta Street in the middle of the street. And I don't even think anybody had any complaints about it because it was my grandfather. He was very respectfully known. So was my grandmother. And it's because of their attitude. It's because of their wisdom. It's because of their knowledge. And you got to understand, they was like one of the first black people here in Oregon. Not that one, there probably was more, but it's probably out of the whole state of Oregon. There was, say Portland, Beaverton, Gresham, and all that. There was probably only 100 black people, so it wasn't that many black people here. And they had people treating them with respect. They were able to start their own business. They were able to do a lot of different things, and it was their attitude, is that what you think about yourself. So when I tell you about your affirmation and tell you to think positive on yourself, this is the reason why. You gotta do it, okay? I'm not gonna keep telling you all these different stories, but they're amazing stories. But you can have amazing stories too if you talk to the people that are older than you and get respect. And you young people, especially you young people trying to start your own business or trying to find your way in the world or find who you really are, you are from your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, all the way back to your ancestral ways. I know I said that word wrong, sorry. All the way back, you are them. And so my heroes are, of course, my mom, my grandfather, Tom Booth, and my Uncle Tony. I love them, and I love what they do and what they represent. And they do things that I know I cannot be in a position to do what they do yet. But I think one day I will be able to, but I don't know. But those are the people, they inspire me daily. Even if I never tell them, they inspire me daily. So figure out who inspires you and write it and post their pictures so you remember those are people who inspired you. I'm going to finally, now that I got a little knowledge on how to write a book, I'm going to put all these together and put a couple of my words in there myself on just why they're important to me and have a book ready. So you guys hold me accountable because I will put a lot of stuff on my plate and I can't finish it, but I really want to get this one done really fast. I love you and I thank you for watching and listening. You are my beautiful subscribers that I love so much. And for the people that are not my subscribers, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Of course, give me a thumbs up. Comment below and of course share my video. And remember to love and live each day as if it were your last.